Hello students, welcome to online classes of Sri Mahavir International School, Kishangarh Renwal. I hope you all are well at your home. Today we will discuss the chapter number 5 of history, that is the Vedic age. And in this chapter we will discuss about the origin of the Vedic age, means how the Vedic age origin, and about what are the early Vedic and the later Vedic texts. It means we will discuss about the early Vedic and the later Vedic texts, and about the social and the economic life during the Vedic age, and about the Chalcolithic age. And by the end of this chapter, you will know that there are four Vedas, which Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurved or Atharvaved, and three of them were composed in the later Vedic age, and the first one, the Rig Veda, was composed during the early Vedic age. And the Vedic society was primarily agricultural, and the social system was based on occupation. And lastly, the Chalcolithic culture referred to the rural and non-Harappan culture that appeared around 2000 BCE. This chapter deals with the composition of the Vedas and the demarcation of the Vedic age into early and later Vedic age. It outlines the characteristics of the early Vedic society, economic and the political structure. All these facts you will learn from the chapter. The Vedas, oldest composed books of India. The Vedas are the oldest texts composed in India. It means the Vedas are the ancient written texts in India. They are a collection of ancient religious texts. It means the Vedas are the ancient religious texts or written record. The Vedas originated from the word Vid. It means the Veda word is originated from the word with, which mean knowledge. There are four Vedas: Rig Veda, Sham Veda, Yajur Veda, and Athar Veda. It means the Vedas are the four: Rig Veda, Sham Veda, Yajur Veda, and Athar Veda. The date of composition of these texts is highly contested among historians who study these texts. They have suggested various dates. It means there are no a proper date that when the Vedas were composed. There is disputes between historians. However, many historians believe that early Vedic texts were composed around 1500 to 1000 BC, and the later Vedic texts were composed around 1000 to 600 BC. It means, but most of historians believe and they assume that the early Vedic period, it means the Rig Veda, composed during the 1500 to 1000 BC, and the later Vedic period that include Samved, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. They were composed in 1000 to 600 BC. The period during which the Vedas were composed is known as the Vedic period. It means total period from 1500 to 600 BCE is this period known as the Vedic age, because in this period the four Vedas were composed. It is widely held that the Vedas were composed by various sages over a period of times. It means the Vedas were composed by the sages in the different time period. The hymns of these Vedas were transmitted orally from one generation to the next, and the knowledge of the idea or knowledge of the Vedas were transferred by orally from one generation to the other generation. They were written down several centuries after they were composed, and then after they were composed in written form. They were composed in Vedic Sanskrit, which is very different from the modern Sanskrit language. But these Vedas were composed in the Vedic Sanskrit language, and that Vedic Sanskrit language is very different from the present or modern Sanskrit. Sanskrit belongs to the family of Indo-European language. It is similar to many European languages such as English, French, German, Greek, Italian, and Spanish. All these languages have many words in common. For example, the word matra belongs to Sanskrit and mother, it means English, have a common origin. Now first Rig Veda. Now first we will discuss about Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is the oldest of all of the four Vedas. It means out of four Vedas, Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. The Rig Veda is the oldest or ancient Veda. It was composed about 3500 years ago. It means this Rig Veda was composed before 3500 years ago at present day. Comparison present day. It contains 1028 hymns which are divided into 10 parts, and Rig Veda have 1028 hymns that is divided into 10 parts. It is a collection of prayers offered to Agni, the fire god, Indra, and the warrior god, Varuna, Surya, and other gods by various families of poets and sages. And in Rig Veda, there are many prayers that offer to Agni, and Agni is the fire god, and Indra is the warrior god, and Varun, Surya, and other gods. Next, now archaeological sources. Now discuss about archaeological sources. The information derived from the hymns of the Vedas are also compared and studied by historians along with the material remain or the archaeological source of this period. Pottery remain found from the West Riverine region of North and Northwestern India helped in reconstructing the history of the Vedic people. Two types of pottery are of great significance. Painted grave where PGW and the black and red where BRW. PGW is found at the expansion sites such as Hastinapur and the Tajikara. It means the main archaeological source is pottery, and the is divided into two groups: painted grave where it means PGW, and the black and red where it means BRW. And PGW is founded the from the Hastinapur and Atrijikera, and BRW is founded at the excavation site located in the Ganga Valley. Both literary and archaeological sources helped us to reconstruct the history of the people of the Vedic age. These were these people were called the Aryans, and the people were also known as Aryan. Now extent, it means the part where the Vedic age or Aryans spread. The Vedas tell us about the geographical extent of places. Several rivers such as Sindhu and or Indus. Sindhu is also known as Indus. Saraswati, now lost, it will now disappear, and Gomti, modern name Gomal, are mentioned in the hymns of the Rig Veda. It means these rivers were in these rivers' names are composed or written in the Rig Veda. The most important rivers seem to be the Sindhu and the tributaries. Out of them, the most important river is Sindhu and its tributaries like Satudri, modern name Satluj, Vipas, modern name Vyas, Purusani, modern name Ravi, Askani, modern name Chinav, and Vitasta, modern name Jhelum, and the Saraswati. The river Ganga and Yamuna are mentioned only once, but the name of Ganga and Yamuna is mentioned only one time in Rig Veda. From this it appears that the Aryans live in the geographical area covered by eastern Afghanistan, Punjab, and fringes of western Uttar Pradesh. It means the Aryans were living in the part of the Afghanistan, Punjab, and the western Uttar Pradesh. But the main focus of the Vedic culture seems to have been the Punjab and Delhi region. But the main focus, it means the Aryans mainly were living in the Punjab or Delhi area. Later, the Aryans moved eastward, covering the whole of western Uttar Pradesh and the Ganga Yamuna Doab. But later, it means when the time passes, the Aryans were spread in the eastern part also, and they settled in the western Uttar Pradesh and Ganga Yamuna Doab. They set up kingdom in Kausal to the east of the Doab and in Kasi, the region of the Varanasi, and they also set up their kingdom in Kausal and Kasi. Kausal that was located to the east of the Ganga Yamuna Doab and the Kasi, that the region of Varanasi. The group of the people who opposed Aryans were described as Das or Dasayus, and another group that opposing the Aryans that known as Das and Dasayus. These people spoke different languages and did not perform sacrifices. Later, the term Das came to refer to slave or women and men captured in war. But later, the Das word you are using for the slave group and men and women who captured in a battle. They were the property of their owners. Next point, that the Vedic literature also highlight many changes that took place from early Vedic period to later Vedic period. It means the Vedic literature also focus on that there were many changes from early Vedic period to later Vedic period. Some major difference between two periods have been discussed in the table given below, and some differences that were given in the below table that we will discuss in next video. Thank you.